Hi everybody! So today I'm here with another bracelet, and this bracelet is called the Daisy Link bracelet. And I'm sorry if my lighting looks weird. I'm trying to fix the light that's like over here so that you can actually see and I can actually film at night. So let me just get on with this tutorial. So sorry if it looks a little bit fuzzy. I don't think it will, but it might. So I apologize if it does. This is called the Daisy Link bracelet, as I said before, and this was created by Bridget's Bracelets on Instagram. So if my phone will stop doing that. Okay. So this is her profile. She just recently reached 6,000 followers. And this is a really awesome profile, by the way. I know you can't see very much, but you won't regret checking it out. So this bracelet is made entirely on one loom, but you do have to transfer. So today I'm going to be using 4 colors rather than the 3 that I used in this bracelet. By the way, that was just a motorcycle, if you could hear that. So I'm going to use a different color for the border, and then these parts, and then zigzags and cap bands. So today you're going to need, I feel like I'm losing my voice. So you're going to need a loom in the stagger configuration, so pretty much any loom is going to work. You're going to need a hook, you're going to need some colors of bands. Today I'll be using the glow-in-the-dark purple for the border, opaque navy blue for the little parts in here, this tie-dye color. I'll be using pearl white for the black, and this blue and purplish color for the cap bands, and this color is from the opaque tie-dye pack. So let's get started. You're also going to need a C-clip to hook this bracelet together. So I'm waiting for my lights to actually do something. So you're going to take a single band. I just like to hold multiple in my hand, and you're going to go out to the right and all the way up your loom. Well, not all the way, but you're going to just go out to the right and then do a single chain until you reach the second to last peg on your loom. This one's not even a band, it's like all weird. And at the last one you're going to turn into the center. Now you might want to push your bands down, and you're going to go back to the beginning of your loom, and we're going to place our next set of bands. So this I'm going to be using the navy blue for. So from the first center peg, go straight up, and from the second center peg, go down to the right, up to the right, and then just vertically straight up. Then you're going to repeat this process all over again. So go straight up again. Make sure you don't miss this part. So you're going up, down, up, up. Well, I guess. So up, diagonal, diagonal, up, and then up, diagonal, diagonal, up. It's very important that you remember to make the entire part of this design, because the way we loop it, the way we place it, the way the bracelet looks, it's completely different if you happen to do it wrong. And I know some people in the past have said that I haven't been very clear about what and where to place the bands, so I'm trying to be very clear on where to place your bands. So after you place that one that goes vertically, you're going to start all over by going vertically again. And if you're one of those loomers who, like most people probably, will just get the gist of it and then just loom on your own, don't watch the tutorial, you might want to watch it because it can get a little bit confusing. So your last one should just go straight up and connect to that very last peg. Now we're going to lay the zigzag bands. So I'm going to take my pearl white, and from this center peg, go out to the left, and then go in from the left, and then from there, my bands are sticking together, go back out, and then go back in, just creating triangles, zigzags, whatever you want to call it, all the way down your loom. So this is similar to a lot of the bracelets by Officially Loomed, and kind of like the lacelet bracelet, that rhymes by the way, by Claire's Wares. By the way, she got an Instagram, Claire's Wares did, so make sure to go check it out, by the way. I said that twice. I didn't mean to say that twice. So make sure to go check it out. She posts like all her new designs there, and it's super cool. So just continue making your zigzags all the way up your loom, and then we'll do the cap bands and loop the bracelet. I'm kind of particular about my pearl bands, like how I place them, because I definitely want the metallic-y part to be on the outside where you can see it. So if I'm going a little bit slow because I'm placing my pearl bands, then you'll probably know why in my future videos if you're watching this video. And it's the same thing if I use like any other colors of bands. So once you get to the top, you're going to go back into that center peg again, and now it's time to take the tie-dye bands, whatever color you're using, and I prefer to turn my loom around because I'm right-handed, so I'm going to be placing them up this side. So you're just going to cap all of the pegs on the right side of your loom with the arrows pointing towards you, or it's also called the left side of your loom if the arrows are pointing away from you. Hopefully you'll know how to make a simple cap band or a single capped band on all of your pegs. Just do that all the way down your loom. And you're not going to place it on the center peg that's near the bottom. I will show you what you'll do at the end once I get there. Okay, I'm almost there. So place one here and place one here. Now, this band right here is going to be the band you attach your C-clip to. You do not need to attach any kind of cap band onto this peg. It's just going to be part of your bracelet. You don't need to cap it. So take your hook, make sure your arrows are pointing towards you, and we're going to start looping. So to start, you're going to want to go underneath that capped band, grab that top band, which should be the pearl one. I'm hoping it's the pearl one. Oh geez, I'm hoping it's the pearl one. And pull it back towards itself. Then go underneath the cap band again, grab that next band, pull it over to itself, and then go underneath the next cap band, grab the top one, you might have to hold it down like I do, pull it back towards itself. I'm trying to get this on the peg. Then grab the next one and pull it over to itself. So pretty much you're just going under all of the cap bands, grabbing the top band, and pulling it back or forward towards itself. It's simple looping, but it does look very cool. So just continue doing that, and if your cap band pops off, just reapply your bands like you're supposed to, and reapply your cap band, and it'll be good. And if I do happen to mess up, which I hope I don't, but if I do, I'll show you how to fix it. And this is only half of your bracelet, by the way, so you will have to make another half. And you might want to have like a holding hook or something, or you can just use your regular hook. I'm going to use my regular hook because I forgot to grab my crochet hook, which I use for my holding. So once you reach the top of your loom, you're going to see that all the zigzags are looped, and you're going to go to the bottom and go underneath these two loops here. It's the same band, but it's two loops, and grab the next top band, which will be the like half of the starburst kind of band, but it's really like 3/4 of a starburst. Anyway, and you're going to pull that forward, and then once you pull that forward, you're going to go under all those bands, grab the next top band, and hopefully it pulls back towards itself, like towards backwards. I don't even know how to say that. I'm sorry. Pull it back towards itself, grab the next one, and if it's not the band that it's supposed to be, then you're probably grabbing the wrong one. Pull it up towards itself and pull that one vertical. So I'm going to set my loom down so it's not so shaky. I know it's really shaky when I hold it up. So pull it up, go underneath, grab the top band and pull it down to itself. Go back under, grab the next band, pull it up to itself, grab the next band and pull it just straight up. Grab the next band, pull it onto itself, and just repeat this process down your loom. And if your bands get stuck because you're using pearl bands or sticky bands, just kind of try to put it on your peg and then adjust this. Just kind of put your hook in, twirl it around. If it doesn't come undone, then you might have done something wrong in the looping or in the placing, but mine is just really stuck. Yeah, it's just really stuck. Oops. Yeah, so mine just kind of popped off the pin and put it back on. Okay, I give up. It's stuck. It's gonna stay stuck until I take it off. I'm going to be filming all day tomorrow because I have so many tutorials lined up. It's crazy. Okay. So once you're reaching the end of your loom, grab the last one, pull it up. Go back to the beginning of your loom, and we're going to now loop this side of the border. So go underneath of that, just grab that last band that's even there, pull it over to itself. Loop the single chain up, and at the top of the loom, loop it in. So I'm going to try and do this a little bit quickly because this is a decently long bracelet, and it's getting to the time where I would like to have been a little bit past this part. And if you just drop your band, sometimes it'll stay, sometimes it won't. Mine happens to stay because it's tight. So now we're going to pull this off of our loom. However, I would recommend taking the cap bands off the sides first. I'm actually just going to pull them off with my fingers because it's a lot faster. And just pull off those cap bands. You can either take your hook or another hook and stick your hook through all of those bands. Put it on your hook and grab it and just kind of pull it off. Make sure you don't break any of your bands when you're pulling it off. If it's too tight, then relieve the tension somehow by not breaking it. So this is what mine looks like so far. It kind of looks atrocious because I don't have the other half of it done, but we're going to do the other half right now. So put that aside, turn your loom back around so that the ears are pointing away from you. And since we did the right side the first time, we're going to do the left side this time. So go out to the left and then straight up until you reach the second to last peg on your loom. And then once you're at the second to last peg, just like before, turn into the center. Go all the way back down, and we're going to place the, I guess, half starburst, whatever you want to call them. Go straight, down to the left, up to the left, straight, straight again, down to the left, up, oops, that was almost an up to the left. So up to the left, straight, and straight again. You might notice I am going a little bit faster, but that's because we already did this. So you'll probably, know how to do this. Just kind of keep placing it up your loom in a mirror way, I guess, that you place the other one. Let me just move my loom down. And once you're done that, we're going to be placing the zigzags. Take your white pearl. From that first center peg, go to the outside, then back in, back out, back in, back out, back in. Just the same thing all the way up your loom. Out, then in, out, then in, out, then in. Zigzag, 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 whatever you want to call it, however you want to describe it. However it helps you remember how to do this. Bands are sticking together. Once you go out, go back in, and that's all for that. So kind of make sure that your bands are pushed down and out of the way. Now take this part that we just had, and you're going to place it so that the border is like this, and the cap bands are next to the white pegs, or the white bands. So I am going to attempt to just put this on. I don't know if I'm doing this right, so let me try again. But pegs keep slipping away. Okay, I almost have them all on. I need this one and this one. Looks like they're all on, but hope for the best, except for the fact that that one's not on, this last purple one. So let me just attempt to put that on. Yep. And boom, it's on. So if you, if it happened to you that you like forgot a band or whatever, just kind of, move your hook through. It doesn't really matter how you do it, just make sure that all those bands are on. And what you're going to do is stick your hook through that first cap band. Oops, sorry. And pull it over to that first peg with zigzags, and then grab your next cap band. Make sure you're sticking your hook through both of those loops and pull it on. You might want to pull out your bracelet just a little bit so that it doesn't get all stretched out on your cap bands. Pull the third cap band onto the third peg, third right peg, and just continue with this all the way down your loom. So I'm going to kind of hold this, and I need to find the other end of the cap band so I can put it on. Make sure that the cap band is the only thing you're putting on. don't like put any of the white bands back on. And I know that the last cap band will go on here, so I'm just going to put it on here and then grab the rest of these bands and just kind of fill it in the way it's supposed to. Like that. No, it was only 2 bands, but whatever. So now your bracelet's going to look like this, so turn your loom back around so that the arrows are pointing towards you. And now we're going to start the looping process all over again. So just like before, go underneath the cap band and grab the top band, pull it back towards itself, and then go back under, grab the other band, pull it over to itself. It might be a little bit harder to do this time around because, oh my gosh, I keep nudging my camera. Hold on, let me just finish looping that. Okay. Okay. And if your cap band like pops off like that, just kind of pull it back on by pulling the bracelet. Mine tends to pop off when I'm looping because the entire bracelet just gets pulled. So I kind of like to hold mine down still and just pull them to where they're supposed to go. So repeat this process all the way up your loom. Repeat the same process for the navy blue and the glow-in-the-dark purple bands, or whatever color you're using for the half starburst, and the border bands. I don't know if you can hear that, because I can definitely hear it, but my mom just like burst out in laughter downstairs because there's probably something funny on TV. So I'm going to continue looping this. Keeps slipping sideways, my loom. It's probably because I'm not like holding it in place when I'm looping this. I don't know. And this last one can be kind of difficult because this last one up here, because it's a lot of like stress on that band in that place. So just kind of stick your hook in and move it around so that it will release the tension on that band, and it'll pull it up. And then go back to the beginning of your loom, pushing your bands down if you need to, and go under that center band, grab the blue, pull it up, go under all of those white bands if I can, grab the next top band, pull it back towards itself, and then, oops, I grabbed 2, not supposed to grab 2. Alright, so after like forever, I finally managed to fix it, so I'm going to continue. And unfortunately this tutorial will not be up when I had wanted it to be because I have to edit it, and that takes a really long time because of all of the video edits that YouTube makes you wait like 4 hours for. So just continue looping this bracelet in the way you looped it before. I wish I could just have not messed up and continue just looping it like normal, which is probably what it will look like on the video, but not what it was in real life. Okay, these bands are so slippery, it's like impossible. And they're like opaque bands and pearl bands too. They're not like jellies that are super slippery. Okay, pull the last one up, go back to the beginning of your loom, grab the glow purple, and just pull them to themselves. And pull the last one into the center like you did before, and go down either to the beginning of your loom or wherever you really want. And I'm just going to pull off the side bands, cap bands that is, all the way up to the top, and I'm trying to pull these ones off. Okay, now I'm going to just take a single glow in the dark. I couldn't get the words into my mouth. The glow in the dark purple. Stick it through all those bands. Pull it through. Pull it back on. And I'm going to try and take this off of my loom. This is really thick bands, but I got it. So the rest of it should be kind of easy. I'm hoping it'll be kind of easy. So this is what my bracelet looks like once you pull it off of the loom. It has some zigzags, some starbursts, some cap bands, and you can't see the cap bands all too well, but if you pull it to the side you can see it. There's hair in this. Oh my gosh, that's weird. Anyway, so you can kind of see the cap bands. They're not super visible, but you can definitely see them still. So, sorry. That's it for this tutorial. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I have loom marks on my hand. Make sure to follow Bridget's Bracelets on Instagram and stay tuned for more videos. I'll see you next time.